Now we'll take a look at an option to get number 5, a jump shot from the elbow. This is not an option that's called within the offense. It's simply something that presents itself if 5's man helps out on the backdoor cutoff of the back screen. We run the offense traditionally as we would. Dribble handoff, exchange on the weak side. Up comes 5 to the high post. 2 gets the ball over to 3, 3 to 4. 2 comes off of the high back screen here. Now if 5's man helps out on 2, making this cut, 5 should be able to flash directly to the post, and 4 would hit him for an easy jump shot. 3's got to notice that this is going on, and he's got to make sure not to make this face cut if he sees 5 coming over with 2 hands looking for that jump shot.
You know what that full court pressure has done, though? It's allowed UNLV to not have to guard Air Force.
This is his best stretch over 6 or 7 games as a Laker. Songaila attacking the basket. He goes.
Now we'll look to show what happens if number 3 receives the ball off the flare screen. Could be number 3, could be anybody else in the context of the offense who's playing one of these perimeter positions. As we discussed earlier, these 4 perimeter positions are pretty much interchangeable, and the only one that's any different is the 5-man. Now, let's say we get into the offensive progression as we normally would. We have our dribble handoff and our exchange on the weak side. You guys are probably bored looking at this by now, but repetition is good. And we've got our good offensive spacing. The ball goes from 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 2 makes the cut and gets through to the other side. 5 comes over and sets the flare screen for 3, and 3 pops out up here to the top of the key area. The ball goes to number 3, but for whatever reason, 3's man has been able to recover off of the screen. The way this would likely happen is if 3's man cuts under the screen and for some reason 3's not comfortable shooting the ball from this position. If that were to happen, 3 can himself reset the chin series simply by dribbling back out to this guard position, which will call 4 up to balance the offense up to a guard position and 2 to balance up to the wing position. 5 will have to notice this and he'll have to change which side of the floor he's on. But if 3 dribbles back to this guard position, everybody else simply balances the floor. 5 goes ahead and slides over to the elbow. 3 gets the ball to 4. 4 gets the ball to 2. 3 cuts off of the screen from 5. And we may have a layup. Again, the more times we run this in succession, the more likely it is that this backdoor cut is going to be available because the defense is going to be out of balance.
They have carried this club offensively, but tonight it's the inside guys who get it done, particularly Cruz.
Now we'll take a look at what happens if 3's man gets lazy and does not jump to the ball after he gets the ball over to 4. Here's the normal progression of the offense. We get the exchange over here on the weak side and 5-man coming up to the high post area. Let's say 2 gets the ball to 3. 3 gets the ball to 4, and 2 has busted his butt coming off this screen, but he doesn't have the ball here for the layup. 2 is going to go ahead and clear to the corner here. It's very important that 2 gets through quickly if he doesn't receive the ball and clears to the corner, taking his man with him. Because if he doesn't, he's going to run into problems here with 3. 3's man doesn't jump to the ball for some reason. 3 has the ability to go ahead and face cut looking for a layup. Now we're going to show what happens if 3 does face cut his man but does not receive the ball. I've gone ahead and taken care of the exchanges and the dribble handoffs already because I'm sure you're tired of looking at them by now. 2 gets the ball to 3, and as 3 gets the ball to 4, 2 goes ahead and makes his backdoor cut off of 5 and clears to the corner. Now 3 face cuts his man but does not receive the ball. So what he's going to do is he's going to go ahead and clear to the opposite corner. From here, one of 2 things could happen. 5 could step out and initiate the 5-out series, which we'll go over in another video, Or 4 can keep us in the Chin series again by dribbling from the wing position up to a guard position. That's going to balance 1 up to the guard position here, and 3 and 2, as usual, are going to go ahead and reestablish position at the wings. 5's got to recognize that 4 has dribbled from the wing position to a guard position and slides over to this opposite elbow. Now, 4 gets the ball to 1. 1's going to turn and look to get the ball to 3, and 4 is going to go backdoor off of 5. We're running Chin just to the opposite side, looking for the layup. Now that we've gone through the full progression of the offense, we'll just show you how Chin is run as a continuity out of the drive and kick series. We execute the handoff from 1 and 2. 4 and 3 are going to execute the weak side exchange as usual. And 5, of course, is called up to the high post. 2 gets to 3. 3 moves the ball over to 4. And 2 cuts backdoor hard off of number 5. Even if he doesn't receive the ball, he's got to make sure he cuts hard because that sets up everything else in our offense. 3 is going to look to make his face cut. 5 is going to set the flare screen and bring 3 up to the top of the key. 4 is going to kick out to 3. 3 is going to execute the drive and kick with 1 and finish his cut over to the corner. And 1 is going to go ahead and bring the ball back up from the wing position to the guard position, which calls 4 up with him. 4 is going to stay even with 1, and 2 and 3 are both going to balance to the wings. 5 slides over to the strong side elbow, and the thing is reset. What you'll see in this video is the continuity of this offense turned over so that each perimeter player gets to run each position. The last thing we'll show here in the Chin series is a counter option called strong side. And here's how it works. 1 and 2 are going to go ahead and execute the dribble handoff over here on this side. 4 and 3 execute the weak side exchange, and 5 is called up to the high post. Now, if we want to call out Chin's strong side, what will happen is that 2, instead of getting the ball to 3, will go ahead and get it over to 1. 2 will then cut off of the high screen from 5, but looking down here towards the block. 5 will then step out. And this is the point at which we've got 2 coming for a layup. After this, we don't have anything else on the videos. 5 will go ahead and step out. If 1 gets the ball to 5, 1 is going to go ahead and set a down screen for 2 coming up to the rim. If 5 were to go back to 2, 1 would set what we call an elbow screen coming off for 5 down to the hole, and that gets him back into the low post.